rounds, championship rounds, however you want it. Show everybody that thought you couldn't make it anymore.
In the last round, Viloria hurt Solis. He had him hurt at this point, but just couldn't. He smothered a lot of his punches and couldn't land as effectively as he wanted there. He had already hurt him at this point. And that was where Solis, that was a seminal moment in that round, because that was where Solis was able to weather it and come back and land some good punches.
And right into round 11, Viloria walks across the ring and throws a left hook. And we'll see how the champion responds. Anything can happen still. It's been a tremendous show. Big right hand from Viloria.
This junior flyweight division division is the one we're going to see in a little while, the flyweight division in our main event. Number of good fighters.
Absolutely. Reminds me of the days of Chiquita Gonzalez and Michael Carbajal.
Wow.
Those were great days, and we have a little bit of that now.
Absolutely, and more attention being paid to these lower weight classes. And this is what you get. You know, this is as good a boxing match as you've ever seen.
Once again, you're right. And that's why we've been talking about coming to this part of the world to see this, where these weight classes put on such great shows, and it's a credit to the sport of boxing. And these two fighters certainly are a credit to the sport of boxing and the history of boxing.
I'll tell you, this is, you know, the interesting thing is that Solis again now being warned for a low blow. You know, you find out about champions when they are. Solis is in danger, and he has responded. Even if he loses this fight, which is very possible, he's responded to champion.
And his attitude is so tremendous when you talk about the fact that he'd beaten Sosa twice and Viloria lost him. He said it makes no difference. It's just people you can't judge on that. It's what happens in the ring, and look what's happening here.
He was absolutely right. Fine Viloria.
Right hand once again. And you know, Solis has to hear the crowd and get somewhat discouraged sometimes. It's just human nature. I tell you why, if it goes the distance, if Viloria doesn't get to the decision, we might have to go under the table.
That's conceivable.
We might have to get under the desk. That's just a slip, little water, sweat in the middle of the ring. The Arenate Coliseum has filled up nicely for this fight card on a Sunday morning. Right hand, and down goes the champion. Finally, the right hand puts Solis on the canvas. 6. Watch it, that's it. Brian Viloria has won the world championship.
Now that's a homecoming.
Solis, who took a lot of punishment, they're going to be, I hope, very careful. I was talking about the attrition of the hard right hands, and finally one really landed solid on the button. The great champion is down and not up yet. We are hoping for the best as they go to the oxygen now. And he's on his feet. And onto a stool. The right hands were there all night. The right hand's there all night, and finally, he chopped down the tree, and Brian Viloria, who rededicated himself to this sport, doing a little bit of a hula now. A tremendous victory for a young man that had almost been counted out. 2 disappointing shows against Omar Nino. terrible loss against Sosa to lose his championship, and he's back on top. Brian Viloria, and for all the credit in the world, a young man who says, you know, I'm not doing things right, and everything was on the line for me. He said it. I didn't say it. The media didn't say it. He said, this is my whole career, and he is back. Almost unheard of. Let's take a look at the knockout. One more time. Just solid on the jaw. No doubt, knees buckle. Solis took him a couple of minutes to get off the gambits. Just a beautiful, perfect punch. And we had an indication that Viloria was serious about coming into it, and I talked to him a lot in the hotel, and he said, you know, you fought 5 times last year. No matter the quality of the opponent, he says, you know, that's almost unheard of. But I knew I had to. I had to make changes. He went to a new gym in La Colonia. All business, knowing what was at stake. And there's the congratulations from the champion, who is still dazed and bedazzled what Brian Viloria did him tonight. And right now, let's send it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 56 seconds in round number 11. Our referee in charge, Bruce McTavish, reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is the new IBF light flyweight champion of the world, the Hawaiian Punch, Brian Viloria.
Everybody loves a comeback and a success story, and all the credit in the world to Brian Viloria. We'd also like to say what a great effort by the champion, Solis. He's still in the ring. They still have him on a stool. Taking a close look at him, you saw the tremendous punch and the power behind it. Solis just now stood up and waving at the crowd, and a big hand for this great champion. Tremendous fighter. Comes up on the short end tonight of a Hawaiian Punch. We'll hear from him again, and to his credit,
World champion ULISSES Solis.
ULISSES Solis puts his title on the line in unfriendly territory. And what a moment. Boxing history once again being made at the Arenado Coliseum.
Clearly, it was a very tough outing for him, and he had to leave. But a great win for you, and I know emotionally this means a lot for you to come back here and get this done, and get it done at the age of 28 when